who reacts. We'll see how the internet reacted to yesterday's 3-0 win against Doncaster. First up, we got Tottenham Hotspur Spurs ES with the boys yesterday. Spence, Xavi, Brennan and Odebear pre-kickoff. A bit of a cold photo. I think Jed looking ready for action in that one. He knows what's happening. In fact, he actually... I didn't add this. He... let me see if I can quickly add it.
Oh, I forgot to rate Destiny.
This one. Oh, whatever. Don't worry.
Yeah, he only came on right.
If you can you refresh the likes quickly? So Jed on his Instagram yesterday, adding Damola Ajayi to the penitentiary. He said, "Sorry, bro, that'll be done."
Oh,
and there's
dear.
Jed on Instagram, shameless.
I said to you, we can
Spence.
now add Doncaster to the Frank penitentiary for clean sheets.
Well, and you can add Ajayi to the Spence penitentiary. He said, "I'm sorry, little bro. Welcome to the penitentiary." Jed Spence absolutely loves playing up to it. Absolutely fantastic. So go down. Spurs tweeting out, "What a save from Kinski." And this was, they said, "Take a bow, Tony." This was a phenomenal save. It really was.
It really is.
It's a brilliant effort, but the fingertips off the post, it's phenomenal stuff. Really, really great. And that really just made sure Spurs kept that clean sheet and also made sure things didn't get too uncomfortable as well during the game. It was a really big moment, actually. Big chances missed, tweeted out, "What a miss from Tell in the game." Yeah, this was a big moment for Tell near the beginning of the game as well, which really could have changed things. It could have set the tone for him if he would have made this good ball there from Brennan. I think Tell, if you look at it, is probably expecting the defender to get a touch. He misses it, and then unfortunately he just air kicks it. It's such a shame, but because if he gets any contact, it's probably a goal.
Without doubt.
But that was obviously a big chance missed. Pro Tottenham tweeted, "There are no questions around the positive impacts Thomas Frank has had on this club since coming in. We are third in the table, have a Champions League win under our belt, albeit it's Doncaster. We are through to the fourth round of the Carabao, beat and kept a clean sheet at Guardiola's Man City with a 2-0 win, and took PSG right to the wire in the Super Cup in a game that we should have won. There is a genuine sense of positivity and collectiveness around Tottenham at the moment. There is no infighting, no moaning about the style of football, no question marks around what's being done in training. And let's not forget, we have 3 key players out in Maddison, Decky and Solanke too. And still, we are performing at a high level with just 1 loss so far this season. The level of calm he's brought to his club after the last few years of chaotic, unpredictable football each week has to be commended. That Frank aura is radiating. We 100% have the right man in charge."
Funnily enough, I've got no complaints with that. Yours truly, Brian Daigle. That is absolutely
your burner
spot on.
account?
No, I don't have one. But he's spot on. He is spot on. There is a massive difference about the feeling around the club. There is a massive difference in the style. There's just huge changes. And when he came, people were worried that he got off to a slow start, all his other jobs. Well, if this is a slow start, then I can't wait till we get going. He's been a breath of fresh air. And like I've said, and I'll keep saying it, Spurs they've struck platinum with him. They haven't struck gold, they've struck platinum with Thomas Frank.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think he makes a good point as well. We've still got Decky to come back hopefully this season. Solanke's going to come back very soon. I think he can make a big impact as well, Solanke.
Yep.
There's so much to be excited about, I think, with this team. So yeah, that's really, really, I think it's true. Rising Stars tweeted out Xavi Simons' stats against Doncaster. Most chances created, 7. Most fouls, 1, 3. Most accurate passes, 97%. 3 out of 5 ground duels won, 100% long ball successful. And 2 passes into the final third. Without him, Tottenham's creativity declined significantly. And I think that's true, even though he didn't have his best game yesterday, I think when he goes off, or when he's not on the pitch, I think creatively, it's not the same.
Do you know what? You look at that, were we harsh with the 6?
Yeah, maybe.
Seriously, were we harsh? obviously, when you think about Simmons, you're expecting the flair, the flicks, the through balls, the taking on the players. That is a pretty solid performance. I'd like to change it to a 7.
All right, we're changing it to a 7, guys. Tom Barkley says fair play to Doncaster on a weeknight, super support, and they travelled well, didn't they? Doncaster, look how many fans they brought to Spurs on a weekday. Where is Doncaster? Where was near
Yorkshire?
Near
I believe,
us.
I believe it's
home.
Yorkshire.
Long trip home then for them.
Yeah, and you got to say it looked like a massive Where's Wally convention with the fans. look at it. It's like they all came together. But no, I tell you what, and we said it during the watch long. Not only was Doncaster's support incredible, I actually think Doncaster gave a really good account of themselves.
Yeah, they did.
I think they played some really nice football and needs to be commended for coming to Spurs and still playing their game.
Yeah, they didn't just sit back, did they?
No, teams have come into the Premier League and tried that, and they've been found out and absolutely annihilated. Fair play to Doncaster. They played some decent stuff, and I wish them well in the season.
Bin Affleck says there is only one draw worse than this, and that would be Liverpool away. This is reacting to Newcastle away. Would you say that's true?
Anfield away, Stamford Bridge away would have been a bad one.
Would you rather go to Stamford Bridge or to Newcastle?
Newcastle.
You'd rather go to Newcastle.
Well, if you're putting in the logistics of travel and everything, then Chelsea. But if we're gonna win this or compete seriously, what better statement than going and knocking out the champions?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think, but I always also feel like Newcastle away is such a bogey ground for us.
It's become one. Yeah.
The travel. Recently there was a time where we had the best record up there,
Yep.
you know that. But recently it's obviously become a bogey ground. We can't win there. Also the travel time midweek, given we've got Chelsea on the weekend. I think I would rather go to Stamford Bridge under the circumstances.
If you're looking at
London,
logistically for the fans, obviously
also,
this is the nightmare.
And also the players, because we've got Chelsea on the weekend. I'd much rather be staying in London and not having this long trip home.
Maybe they'll fly.
They'll probably fly, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just got a feeling we got more chance of winning at Stamford Bridge than Newcastle.
I mean, the one thing I will say, that Frank's record at Stamford Bridge is superb.
He's got a good
It's
record.
absolutely superb. So maybe there is a case for that. Maybe there is a case, say, Stamford Bridge over St James's Park.
Tottenham Hotspur tweeting out legacy number 900 was Luca Williams-Barnett. So congratulations to him on becoming Tottenham player number 900 to represent the famous badge. Fantastic for him to have that number.
Yeah, I have to say, I think it was one of the greatest ideas, Spurs bringing these legacy numbers out. We just talked about Sports Illustrated and the history. What a wonderful thing to have for the player for a lifetime. And number 900's got a nice ring to it, and it's one of our own.
Absolutely, and I'm sure he's delighted with that. I wonder if it was all planned for him to be to.
That's a good point.
Yeah. All right. Next one is about Son. We did speak about that in the update, so we can gloss over that. Spurs official Porro, who obviously wore the armband, tweet out, very happy and proud to wear the captain's armband tonight. Another clean sheet and on to the next round. Thank you, Spurs official, for the support as always. Porro, as captain, how do you feel he fared with the armband?
Loved it. We've been speaking about this for a long time and about the leadership team and who's going to be in it. And I always said I'd love to see Pedro Porro involved in some capacity, because I think this man bleeds Tottenham. You see the passion, the desire and everything from this man, and it was so good to see him with the captain's armband. You look at it, there's Benson Corey could have put as captain and other people he could have chosen. So I think this is a clear indication that the vice captain of Tottenham Hotspur is one Pedro Porro, and I'm delighted for him.
Absolutely. No context Tottenham tweet out this. So someone, Spurs Zone tweet out, people will laugh at me, but Brennan has that Salah in him. Won't play great for the rest of the game, but will always inevitably score a goal. And for me, that is important because our front line lacks this. And so no context Tottenham tweets out a picture of Salah with Brennan Johnson's face on it.
Spurs did that.
No context.
Oh, I thought you said Spurs did
that.
that.
Do you reckon Brennan can one day win a Premier League Golden Boot? Is he?
I mean, comparing him to this man is...
Could you compare Brennan to Salah? I don't know about that.
No. But do you know what? I get that Salah can be very, very quiet, then bang, he just needs a second, game over. Brennan Johnson offers you that. As you saw, going through one-on-one there, he puts it away. There is no doubting his finishing.
Yeah, you can never give him a chance. Really,
If he's through one-on-one like that, I 100% back him to score. And I think a lot of Spurs fans would, because his finishing is right up there when he gets the opportunities. It's the rest of his game that he needs to work on. Obviously, look better on the right, but to compare him to Mo Salah is... was it that Neil Armstrong said, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind? That comparison is the football equivalent.
Brilliant. And this is, again, João Paulinho's overhead kick scored against Doncaster yesterday. Surprised a lot of people. I mean, he took it well, didn't he? I mean, goalkeeper doesn't do himself many favours, but... You know, just falls to Paulinho. He's like, I'm going for it. And just had to get on target. And there you go. Ended up in the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look. There was 2 defenders in the way as well. So he got the right height, everything to it. He's our joint goal scorer, top goal scorer with Richarlison.
Is he?
They're both on 2.
No, Rishi's on 3 now because he scored on the weekend.
Of course he did. Sorry,
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry, I completely forgot about that. So,
He's got
yeah,
Rishi
sorry, he's
on
our
3,
second goal scorer.
Brennan's on 2 and
Paulinho's on 2. We spoke earlier. Paulinho is just an incredible addition, and probably one of the best buys in the Premier League this window. In all honesty,
I mean, he's had a brilliant start.
For what he does and what he guarantees you, I think he is a huge signing for the club. Huge.
Absolutely. Well, that is React. That's how the internet reacted yesterday to the 3-0 win against Doncaster as Spurs sailed through.